Okay, so while I'm waiting on my meal prep video halves to go through, or my Instant Pot to finish cooking at least, I figured that I'd go ahead and kind of catch up on the whole random chatting thing I was thinking about doing. I don't know. I still don't have a clue what I'm doing with this channel, I guess. But I have to do other meal prep anyway, and figure, why the heck not? And something that kind of came to mind, and I hope that this would be of interest enough to just any random person who stumbles upon here and feels like posting about it, but it came up during a workout room I had recently, and a workout room for Skills Hub, sorry. I know I forget to add details sometimes. But it's a workout room for the Skills Hub voice acting group, channel, whatever. And we have a social hour, and the person who runs it always tries to kind of contain the chaos into a supposedly organized or focused topic. And after we both had the luxury of going to go see Superman, he had come up with a really awesome question. And it kind of felt like one that I thought would be cool to ask beyond just voice acting. And in his case, it was, why do you do it? Why are you wanting to do voice acting? In my case, in the case of this discussion, it's actually more, I guess, why do you do it? Why keep going? That kind of thing. Because I think about that sometimes. I went through last year was, and I've mentioned this before, extremely dark for me. Things did not kind of go as great financially as I had hoped after the, after the foot surgery, because I thought I'd set aside more for it, but then the insurance company did what the insurance company does and decided to amend the amounts at the, after, which is not helpful. But I went through a really, really, really dark year. One that I did not fully anticipate or expect to be honest, live through. And somehow I did. And started this year, it was kind of hit or miss. And then stumbled my way into the opportunity to become a voice actor and also do this YouTube stuff. Come on. And destroy this. Wrap. Ooh, that's going to be fun to try and eat that. Okay. 1 minute while I fight with these tortilla shells. Usually they're not this problematic. I may have to throw this batch out. Okay, that's $5 wasted. I may try and do something with it later, but the sprouted grains flavor is definitely more prone to adhesion, self-adhesion than this one. Okay, that's better. Anyway, last year, really rough, really dark. Did not expect to get through it. Got into this year, voice acting. And really finding a purpose and a career, as challenging as it's going to be to pursue it. But it has had me where I've wondered about that. And, I mean, also open to anyone who wants to add to the conversation. Why do you keep going? What do you want to leave behind, I guess? Because for me, my thing is, I don't know if I will end up having kids in the long run. That's a complicated thing. I am extremely bad at dating. Extremely bad. And also with the job that I have settled for and the circumstances that I have settled for, I don't really have the time or luxury to go out. And my weekends also happen to be in the middle of the week. So that's really an excellent time to go downtown. So yeah, that has not been something that I have actively pursued in some time. But I do have nephews. And that kind of ties into some part of why I do this. Because honestly, I want to do animation. I'm curious about a lot of the different pathways in voice acting that exist, but animation and video games are obviously where a lot of people want to go, and I find that exciting too. But that is part of the reason, so that I can have that little something to leave behind for them. Something to show that you were here, I guess. That you made an impact or made a difference. And also getting to be creative. I have lived far too long without being able to... having to stifle being creative. So that it is what is... Sorry, this thing likes to... Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. It's just sometimes I have to press the lid down to make sure that the seal forms properly. There we go. There we go. Okay, but... yeah, stifling my creativity. That is one thing that I no longer want to tolerate. And is one of the reasons that I'm doing this. Okay, there we go. I don't know. I just thought that would be an interesting topic to discuss. Why we keep going when things aren't always what we thought or wanted as we grew up. Like, 18 years in retail was never on any list I had in my head. Ever. And so, that is something I have to live with. And it's something I'm trying to work on getting out of, just in whatever crazy wonky way I can. In this case, it's actually just trying to do it through YouTube and also the voice acting and any other creative method I could come up with, getting back to my writing or any of that stuff. But yeah, I think that's an important thing to think about. Because sometimes I feel I'm just trying to come up with words with these. Sorry if it comes across that way. I start this thing trying to think, I have a point that I'm trying to make. Sometimes it feels meaningful. Sometimes it just kind of goes... But in this case, it was genuine that I wanted to bring about a thing where it's like, this is why I'm pursuing YouTube, why I am doing voice acting, putting up with this and what I'm trying to accomplish as a person in this crazy, messed up world that we live in. And that's kind of it. It's like, I want to be able to have this to be something that my nephews can watch or listen to, that like, I don't know, other family members, friends, people that I care about or will care about. Being able to do something that you've always wanted to do, but always been convinced by others or yourself that you can't or shouldn't do. And just kind of just say, I'm not sure what all words I can say on YouTube, but yeah, just say blanket and do it. For better or for worse, I kind of reached a point where I was like, I no longer have any things that sound like ducks left to give. And okay. It has been very intriguingly freeing in its own way, where I'm not as worried about the outcome. And I'm just doing my thing. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, gave it my best. And I'd rather go through life with less regrets and more I at least tried than, well, at least I played it safe again. So at this point, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't care as much about playing it safe, and that has been a big improvement for me. I can't play it as fast and loose as I would very much like to. Hopefully, over time, this will build up into something. This and the voice acting will build up into something where I can do stuff that I want to do. But you never know. I'm at least going to keep building towards it. And as Jennifer Hale has repeatedly said through the Start It course that we just finished up, make it so. So that is what I'm focusing on. I will keep making content because I want to. And eventually, I will Mr. Magoo or some other form of blind stumbling my way into some form of success, I guess. Just by remaining consistent. But also by doing stuff that I want to do. So, you may get to see me doing this stuff where I'm actually kind of just doing meal prep and everything for the week, because I have a soda stream and I got a lot of the syrups and canisters when Kroger got rid of them all. Kroger and Walmart. And so I have just enough of the little bottles to actually bring them with me to work and not have to spend $2.50 to $4 on a 20-ounce bottle for a little pick-me-up when I go on my break. Well, I love that. Oh, and now the first round of the cooking is done, so that's also as good a time as any to stop this up at about 15 minutes. I appreciate everybody who continues to listen to my weird little ramblings. One day I might actually start one of these and not have the idea just poof and disappear out of my head. But I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I anticipate getting back to the regular schedule of things pretty soon. So, because, yeah, I'll save that for the update video that I'll be doing in a day or two. But for right now, have a good night, good weekend, etc., etc. Bye. Where's the mic? Where's the button?